Hey, good morning, everyone. Trader Tim from eMoneyMind.com. I wanted to kind of talk about this morning's trade and do a little bit of a trade recap. So, going into the day, I had on my radar this low from yesterday, 2701s. And my thought process yesterday afternoon being that if we break lows this morning, that the chance of us kind of getting a short rip down at least would be pretty good. Now, in the overnight session, we traded down to about 2694s. And so seeing that, here, I'll turn that on over here. Seeing that in the overnight here, that kind of added to the confidence that if we broke 2701s, that we would move down at least to that point. And so what I did was just put a sell stop one tick below the low, 2775s, and use that as my entry into the trade. And then as we move lower into this 2694 area, I was just looking for low ticks, and that corresponded with the low price as kind of a point that we might bounce, and that's pretty much exactly what happened this morning. You can see I'll turn the overnight off now. I've got the low and high of the first 30 minutes marked, and it was right away, about 15 minutes after the bell, that we made that move down, and then quickly moved back to the top of the range. And then a little bit later in the morning, we had a low to high. So notice how we broke below the first 30 minutes and then above the first 30 minutes. And then we pulled back nicely, trading hours only, right to the 50, 2702s. And I just waited for that to trade since the distance there was a little bit wide. The distance between the 50 and the 61. Since I use a 6-tick stop, I like my stop to be outside the 61.8. So when the distance here is wider than that, I'll just let it trade, and then I like to draw up the opposing, let that break, and then draw up the very next long. And so it was a 2704.50, and then getting long there, riding it up. You can use the negative 23 as the first target, and then the negative 23 of the bigger setup here below us, you can use that as a target as well. So even though you're entering on a smaller setup following, you can still use the bigger target. And as always, trailing your stop on the way up. So that was kind of how I traded this morning, those couple of trades. And you can see how we've now not just moved below the 61.8 of the long, but we've actually closed below it yesterday, and then today so far, just in the late morning. But we have more trading to come today. The swing low back here on the ES at 26.75s would be very important. If we break that, we would be in a definitive swing low break. As of right now, even if we come from one of these other swing lows, I mean, you can find points where the market is pausing at a 50. I don't like to kind of draw every single anchor point to highs, but if the market does get a bounce here, then we can use this target, 2844s, as a kind of just a guide or a target. So pretty decent trading, even though we've been a little bit more range bound and kind of a neutral day, coming back into the first 30-minute range now. But with the help of the NYSE ticks, the tick chart itself, the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, the fib retracements, it all adds up to be to help make some clear trading decisions. And if you can go into trading with a solid process, kind of knowing what you're looking for based on some simple tools, it can really help make the day go smooth. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and as always, best of luck in your trading. We will talk to you soon. Oh, next week being the 4th of July holiday, going to be a little bit chopped up. The market's closed on Wednesday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, kind of just odd days because they're so short. So, a great week to take the week off, or at least take part of the week off, and then resume trading on the following Monday. So, if you have questions, tim@emoneymind.com, and have a great weekend.